So I already touched on this topic on my John Jones versus Stipe Miocic fight needs to happen, but I wanted to revisit this topic because I cannot believe Tom Aspinall's hype. I frankly cannot believe it. In the last couple of years, I would say since 2021, when Francis knocked out Stipe, Francis was considered like the top heavyweight, and then Cyril joined those ranks when they fought in 2022. And then John Jones entered the frame when he subbed Cyril Gane incredibly easily. Obviously, Stipe was still in the mix because he was 1-1 with Ngannou, and before that, he had defeated DC in the trilogy. Um, but I just don't understand this hype. Like, the only person that had gotten basically any steam in the heavyweight division besides the ones that I mentioned right now was Sergey Pavlovich with a five-fight win streak. And sure enough, Tom Aspinall went out there and knocked out Sergey Pavlovich. But is one knockout win enough to justify this amount of hype? When we talk about the big names in the heavyweight division that were in the top of the division, not just big names, but actually being in the top of the division, the ones that I just mentioned, Francis Ngannou, Cyril Gane, Stipe, John Jones, Tom Aspinall has not defeated even one of them. The other guy that was in the mix that actually lost to Pavlovich, though, was Curtis Blaydes. And Curtis Blaydes actually beat Tom Aspinall. So I just don't understand the amount of hype that this guy is getting. And I have nothing personal against the guy. I wish him all the luck in the world. He's surely incredibly talented. Um, but I just don't get it. It's like John Jones said, only four recognizable names under your belt and already the King of England must be nice. I don't get it. He's won a handful of ranked guys in the division, essentially. Like, literally, Sergey Spivak is one of Tom Aspinall's best wins. Obviously, he has the Sergey Pavlovich win. He has the Volkov win, which was really nice. Besides that, we have to go back to like Andrei Arlovsky, which actually took him 3 rounds to finish. Andrei Arlovsky's on his 40s. Like, the top guys of the heavyweight division, such as Ngannou and Stipe, had Arlovsky out of there in the first seconds of the fight. Like, he lasted less than a minute against them. And it took 3 rounds for Tom Aspinall, or almost three whole rounds for Tom Aspinall to finish Arlovsky. I mean, granted, since then he had a much better performance against Volkov and now against Sergey Pavlovich. But for everyone to be acting like Tom Aspinall is for sure the guy that's going to dethrone John Jones, and that John Jones is docking him and this and that, I don't understand it. I frankly don't understand it. The only reason he was even offered the position was because Jones was hurt. Cyril apparently turned Pavlovich down. They didn't want to get Stipe fighting for an interim belt. So he got this opportunity, and now it's like he's the king of the world. And good for him. Honestly, good for him. But I don't understand the hype. I don't understand the hype. He's got a handful of wins. Curtis Blaydes has done a lot more than Tom Aspinall in the heavyweight division. He's also defeated Volkov, but he also defeated Rosenstruck, Jailton and Almeida, who was contending right now, surging. He defeated Tom Aspinall himself, Alistair Overeem, Junior Dos Santos, Mark Hunt, Chris Dawkins when he was surging a little bit. I don't understand it. Curtis Blaydes has literally like twice of the rank wins that Tom Aspinall has, and he actually beat Tom Aspinall as well. And everyone's going to say injury, but Curtis Blaydes was winning that fight. Curtis Blaydes was winning that fight, and Tom Aspinall's not undefeated either. He lost a fight before he even got to the UFC, and he tapped out. And that's fine. Everybody can win. I mean, everybody can lose a fight. That's perfectly fine. But why is everyone acting like he's undefeated and like he's defeated everyone in the heavyweight division? Not only has he not beaten those aforementioned names, Stipe, John Jones, Francis, Cyril, Curtis, he didn't go through Derek Lewis. He didn't go through Rosenstruck. He's didn't hasn't fought even Gilton Almeida. Like, he's fought only a handful of guys in the division, and he's very young. So there's a reason for that, right? It's not like he's been necessarily ducking anyone, but he still has a lot to prove. Like, I feel like even that interim title shot was not necessarily warranted. Like, he got that interim title fight out of beating Marcin Tybura. I mean, Marcin Tybura had lost to Volkov. It seemed like that was a tune-up fight for Ngannou. Marcin Tybura had lost to Derek Lewis. Like, all his big fights that he's supposed to win to get over the hump, he hasn't lost. He hasn't won. So again, Tom Aspinall is a great prospect, but I just don't understand the hype. I mean, could he beat John Jones? Sure, he could. I also thought Dominic Reyes beat him, but it's not like this guy's necessarily like walked through the whole division like everyone seems to claim or believe. So that's my thoughts on this. Like and subscribe.